pliant is the bamboo. I am man of earth. They say that from the bamboo we had our first birth. Am I of the body or of the green leaf? Do I have to whisper my every sin and grief? If the wind passes by, must I stoop and try to measure fully my flexibility? I might have been the bamboo, but I will be a man. Bend me then, O Lord, bend me if you can.
So Man of Earth was written by Amador Tidaggio, who was a poet, novelist, and teacher during the Pre-War. He was born January 8, 1912 in Lawag, Ilocos Norte, but grew up in Labuagan Mountain Province. He was class valedictorian in 1924 at the Labuagan Elementary School and one of 10 honor graduates at UP in 1932. In 1952, he obtained his MA in English at Stanford. He was best known for his fictions and poems. He served as chief editor for the Philippine House of Representatives before he died in 1966 university as a Fulbright scholar. So one of his best work is the poem Man of Earth. The poet is pronouncing about what certainly is the basis of our life and what the end result from the basis of life is. It speaks about the old story of Si Malakas at Si Maganda, a Filipino story of creation. It as well says about a bamboo that can be compared to us, most especially the Filipino people. So bamboo is not just an ordinary plant that we must regret. It has features and most especially it has some characteristics that made us similar to them. And one by one, Dago reveals it. And the last part, he wants us to choose if we want to be like a man or like a bamboo. But the decision is still with us, and in this, we try to figure out the answer of the poem.
What are the key ideas, feelings, impressions, or events presented in the poem? The main idea of this poem is what can be the basis of man's individuality and characteristic. Then, the subject matter is that we must reflect and try to dig deep to ourselves and, of course, relate to ourselves to bamboo. Now, in what way we are comparable with bamboo and can we have differences for that? The key idea is that the real basis of life or where we came from is the bamboo that is followed in the story of Si Malakas at Si Maganda. So, if you have just remembered back then, when we were in elementary grades, our teacher introduced to us the folk tale entitled Si Malakas at Si Maganda. And it was stated there that we sprung out from the bamboo. So as you can see, or let's just say as you can read, in the first stanza, it meant the basis of man on where it originated. Although the poem suggested bamboo, others distinguish it from scientific and religious theories. Now, talking about the impression of the poem, it is quite unrealistic to the fact that it has insufficient evidence that we came from bamboo. Although we have some theories about the origin of man, this kind of thing is not yet proven by science or by religion. The event presents how the origin of life was based. Therefore, it is the story how we are made and became human beings on
What
earth.
is the main idea or theme of the poem? The poem highlights how bamboo is somehow a reflection of us as human beings because of its characteristics and functions, one of which is a bamboo's flexibility. The poem's key theme is that we must always be flexible, whether the circumstances we're facing are favorable or unfavorable. Similarly, if we want to make it through the storm, we must be as resilient as a bamboo. This poem provides a glimpse of how we should spend our lives from the moment we're born, even if we encounter many hurdles and dilemmas.
So, how is the poet saying? Who is the speaker in the poem? So the speaker of the poem is himself and the whole humanity, because we are all in need, want to know our basis of life and origin. And this poem is discussed one of the possibilities that we came from these sources. Hi guys! So nato diri karon sa usa ka produkto sa bamboo which is ang nipahat. So ali manood ta. Ako ipakita ninyo kung unsa ang nipahat. So actually guys, wala pa ni siya nahuman. Dadon ni siya sa dagat, pwede na siya dadon dito mag-beach outing mo. So, mao ni siya.
What form has the poet used, and what sound techniques has the poet used in the poem entitled The Man of Earth? The form used by the poet is a ballad type of poem. That is a poem that tells a story similar to a folk tale or legend, which often has a repeated refrain. Also, he used rhyme form wherein a rhyming poem has the repetition of the same or similar sounds of two or more words, often at the end of the line. And lastly, it is also a narrative form through the poem that tells a story. He uses rhyming words as a good technique that make it more formal and artistic. What appeals to the senses has the poet used? What words help the reader see, hear, feel, taste, and smell the things being described? Images, symbolisms, and emotion fill the poem are appealing to the senses that the poet used. It uses the symbol of bamboo, and bamboo in fact has the same trait and attribute as with us human. The words that for me is considered to help the reader see, hear, feel, taste, and smell things being described are bamboo, bent with flexibility, and man. These words would complete the main idea of the poem. It gained the understanding of the message that the poem must have enabled for the reader to see it.
What figurative language has the poet used to create word pictures? Well, it uses metaphors as the figurative speech in this poem because of the comparison of man and the bamboo in the aspect of individuality and function. It also has the following figurative speech, such as allegory, in which an extended metaphor in which a story is told to illustrate an important attribute of the subject. Then, apostrophe, where addressing a thing, an abstraction, or a person not present. Next is hermenia, wherein repetition for the purpose of interpreting has already been said. Lastly, innuendo, in which having a hidden meaning in a sentence that makes sense whether it is detected or not.
What is your conclusion about the poem's meaning and effect? Was it an effective poem? What aspects of the poet's ideas and craft do you appreciate? Would you recommend this poem to a friend? Why or why not? The poem states that we are really like a bamboo that we can adapt in every situation that we encounter and will encounter in our daily lives. It said that bamboo is so strong and flexible. It only determines that Filipinos are strong-willed and strong-faith persons that whatever happens on us, we make sure that we stood strong enough to face the most undesirable problems that we can experience. In this poem, we must choose if we want to be a bamboo or a human. But of course, we choose to be human than to be a bamboo. Why is it so? Because we have limitations. Unlike the bamboo that it is just follows without complaining. Moreover, humans are much greater than bamboo in some aspects. Furthermore, we can appreciate more the beauty of the world if we become humans and choose to be humans. This poem also utters the difference between a myth and a creation story. Yes, it is an effective poem because I appreciate that he represents and discuss about bamboo, not just an ordinary plant, but a living thing that can have a relation with us, humans, through characteristics and values. Determining the deeper meaning of the poem per stanza is the aspect of the poet's craft that I do appreciate. Yes, I would recommend this to all. Since this poem is a kind of reality check and somehow a basis for our best asset as a Filipino, which is being tough and being a madiskarte sa buhay.
A few moments later.
So hi guys, so nada ta diri sa Biotic Building o mangita ta og usa ka estudyante nga atong questionon about the month of Earth. So ali kuyugi ko ninyo. Hi Miss, good morning. So welcome to our vlog. So hi.
Hi!
So Miss, excuse me, so pwede dahil taga ma-question about sa demand of Earth and then kung ano guni siya kani about sa bamboo, then mangutana ko nimo if okay ra sa imuha
Okay ra
nga
tayo.
unsay characteristic sa bamboo nga nasa or unsay ang kapare-pareha.
Ang karakteristik sa bamboo kay murag kitang mga tao kay bisag usa pa moabot nga disaster kay mubarog gihapon siya o musilingsing.
Okay, thank you Miss. So
Okay, Mara, what are the uses of the bamboo? Bamboo has many characteristics as well as the uses. Even though we already have developed the materials we use in designing and creating like houses, furnitures, and other things, bamboo is part of our life and it is still useful and needed. And bamboo is used mainly in construction like flooring, roofing, in planting, and furniture. So bamboo is still important as of today.
Hello! So karon na ata sa Kasi Building. So naat mangita tag usa ka estudyante nga atong pangutan-on. So ali kuyugi ko. Ano to? Hi Miss! Hi! Say hi to my vlog. Hi! So, pwede mo matanong Miss? Sure! Ito nga tanong nga.
Yan man.
So, what are the uses of bamboo today?
So the uses of bamboo kay daghan jud kay siya gamit in order to kanang mo build kag house, imo siyang ibungbong baron or ihaligi nga na. Then pwede siya magbuhat og basket. Daghan siya kanang kapangitag kanang sanay panginabuhi sa tao. Especially karon nga nagkalisod na tungod sa pandemya niya. Mao na yung kanang sources sa uban nga nakapa-kuan sad sa ilaha.
Okay, salamat kayo Miss.
It is time to say goodbye. We hope that you have learned something from today's vlog. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in our next vlog.
Goodbye! Thank you for watching!